having a focus on personal development, a very strong focus, helps to grow from within, but also to attract people who would come to join your
Yeah.
organization as a way for them to spearhead forward in the
Yeah.
career. So we've been talking about how the world is changing and becoming, and businesses are being more and more disrupted. One of the factors which is impacting organizations even more now is the whole notion of talent, the talent supply. If you look at it, just after the pandemic, we started to witness a phenomena, a global phenomena called the global migration, or the great realignment, or the great resignation. So this has shifted a lot of perspectives from people, from moving out of corporate jobs into something more meaningful, more purposeful, more balanced, such that many organizations across many sectors around the world are facing a talent shortage. So how do they fix the talent gap is an important dimension, which is now on is, I would say, in the top three challenges of all CEOs you're going to ask. I would say talent becomes either one or number two in terms of the challenge that they have to face in their business. So in that aspect, strengthening and having a very strong talent supply engine becomes a strategic objective for many businesses.
Okay. Yeah.
So, Bonnie, in your view, what is a sustainable way to grow talent from within, which is one way to strengthen your talent supply?
Well, I think that the idea about personal development has become the main focus for organization right now. I mean, for years, and maybe even for a decade or long, my message has been for people to organization is that personal and organizational development needs to go lock in hand. Yeah, the strength of the organization will heavily depends on the strength of their people, and so the idea about you can see that there are certain micro factors that's happening with personal development, and it also manifests itself in organizational what we call patterns, right? They actually dovetail each other. So in order, so the focus is basically how do we actually create a personal development plan that is actually VUCA fit or future
Future
fit,
fit.
so that people are much more able to, as we earlier on mentioned, rise to the VUCA demands, yeah, and turn it into what we call a a slightly longer term plan where people are actually developing their talents or developing the people resource ahead of time, yeah, and on skills that is actually in some way they are quite a paradigm shift. It is rethinking about thinking,
Mm,
rethinking about how you respond to challenges and so on and so forth. Yeah,
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 interesting. So in a way, what I hear you say is developing your talent supply engine. There's one way is to attract talent from outside, but also to grow from within, and having a focus on personal development, a very strong focus, helps to grow from within, but also to attract people who would come to join your
yeah,
organization as a way for them to spearhead forward in the
yeah.
career.
I think one of the things that has been rising to the fore, right, is that important criteria for the newer generations that they're looking for not just joining a company, they want to join a company that would that they could see themselves growing within the organization, not just in career, but to be able to, in somewhat, see themselves, to be able to see themselves how they can be a bigger part of the organizational solution, and how the organization can be part of the what we call the community and the global solution, and they want to see themselves being doing something meaningful. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So be a platform for meaningful work.
Yes,
Actually.
right. Why should people consider taking uh, the NLP now for you? What is your thoughts on that?
For me, it's now or never. Why I say that is, as you all know, we are living in a highly complex, volatile, and ambiguous, to what we call VUCA. And that level has increased exponentially, which requires you to be really future fit more than ever. And for that, you need expanded self-awareness. You need expanded the ability to be more in touch with your inner resources, be more able to manage your state, whatever comes towards you, and to be able to develop that learning agility so as to be able to adapt
Yeah.
fast.
So what you're saying is right now the world is getting more and more VUCA, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And the sooner you're able to get yourself into what we call updating
Yeah.
the inner software, your inner capacity, the more you are able to be confident about meeting this future.
So in a way, it allows you to be a disruptor yourself, a positive disruptor, rather than be disrupted by the change around you.
Very nicely said.